Guam delegate James Moylan fully supports the congressional letter signed by over 30 U.S. lawmakers calling for Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas to end the NMI's discretionary parole policy, allowing Chinese nationals to visit without a visa for business or pleasure for up to 14 days.
Because we also see problems with what's going on now with these folks that don't have a visa from China. We've seen illegal employment on Guam that the Guam Department of Labor has addressed and caught. They came in from Saipan. That's how they got their jobs here too. We've also seen boats coming late at night, and they're crashing onto our shores and eluding our public safety there. That's reported by the Guam Police Department. We've seen illegal access into Andersen Air Force Base that has been reported too by these folks as well. That's dangerous. And we also seen drug smuggling going on too in the region as well. So this is all attributed, I believe, to the current problem that we do not have a visa that is important for these Chinese nationalists if they're going to come to CNMI.
Moylan emphasizes the national security concerns stemming from those incidents, revealing that Guam's military operations could be at risk.
My voice was heard loudly in committee of the situation that we have of these small boats landing illegally in the dead of night on our shores, that we have difficulty capturing them. And the other stories we're hearing from Andersen Air Force Base, where they're cutting the fence and they're getting inside our bases. That's extremely dangerous. These are aggressors. They're doing espionage actions here. It's a worry for the defense of our nation. It's a worry for the defense of our islands.
We asked Andersen Air Force Base officials about the alleged incident. First Lieutenant Ariana Wilkinson, Chief of Media Operations with the 36th Wing Public Affairs, told KUAM in an email, quote, "The report was off the installation under GPD jurisdiction. At no point have Chinese nationals entered the installation. Our security forces defenders found no evidence of any additional landing parties personnel, but remained actively patrolling until late in the evening, and the indication was negative. They informed us to reach out to the Guam Police Department for more details." GPD PIO Berlin Savella told us that the Special Operations Division has no knowledge of KUAM's inquiry. KUAM asked Moylan for more details.
There are different points of entry of where they land on the island. I'm not exactly sure of all those points when they land their small boats, right? However, they eventually make their way up to Andersen Air Force Base. There were some that were captured, found coming in illegally onto the base. So that's terrible, right? We need to keep our service members safe. We need to keep our islands safe.
Ultimately, he says he supports the call for equal treatment across states and territories.
And there's things that we can do, right? The nationals, these Chinese nationals, they should get the visas. There's something called the B1, which is for business, or the B2, which is for visitors, or you can do a combination. But every place else that in the nation, they have to have this. Only for the territory in CNMI that they don't.
However, he is open to alternative solutions as local industry leaders struggle to maintain the economy without another major tourism market.
No, it's not the ultimatum, and it is good that we look at other options as well. The final decision will eventually be made, but we also understand CNMI is relying upon the tourism and the livelihoods there, but there has to be a balance. We just cannot give up national security by having no visa at all. So we need to do something. The B1, B2, that's an option. If there are other things on the table, that's also an option. We need to be stricter. We need to vet these people, and we need to protect the people of Guam, people of the Mariana Islands, and protect our military bases as well.
Meanwhile, in a separate letter this month, former Federated States of Micronesia President David Panuelu applauded U.S. lawmakers for calling for an end to the visa policy for the CNMI. He also warned Congress that if they fail to fund the Compact of Free Association, a potential war between the U.S. and China is increasingly a matter of when, not if. Panuelu said, "America is already on the precipice of losing the North Pacific to Chinese influence and propaganda." Thomas Manglona, KUAM News, Saipan.